Mzansi, SABC is the official broadcaster of the 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia.
The music is different because the World Cup is starting tomorrow, and yes, it is still Sport at 10, and the reason we're changing it is because Russia takes on Saudi Arabia, and SABC Sport will be bringing you 44 of the absolute best games at the World Cup. So make sure you join us tomorrow from 3:30 as we take you to the opening ceremony as well as that opening game, and then just carry on with us all the way through to the final. I'm Thomas Mlambo, but the lineup that we have for you today, we literally have a football team over here. So let me introduce you to the bench and who is coming onto the program. First and foremost, closest to me, Coach Mandla, as well as Coach Mkonza from Shields Municipality. Give us a wave. There we go. Then I've got David as well as Anne Ashworth. Now, David, you ran Comrades, but your wife won Comrades, right? So, you know, like, we'll talk to you. We will talk to you. But Anne, you won, Comrades. So we'll really be with you. Congratulations on that victory, by the way. It was awesome. Another South African bringing it home for the women there. Then, Steve, people were saying, I need a dictionary and everything. Do I need a dictionary?
Oxford Dictionary.
I don't.
Oxford you need.
I need Oxford.
You need Oxford.
For the words of wisdom.
Just for reading interest, but we're going to keep it very simple and basic.
Just for me, please.
For us.
Yes, sir.
Good
to see you, Steve. It's good to see you. We'll be talking World Cup, your predictions, what's happening as far as the World Cup coming up, because Steve is part of our panel that will be analysing. Machabela, are you there?
Budget, we're sharing mic one. SABC, I know budget. It's all share mic.
Two comedians on one show is going to be trouble, Mashabel.
Yeah, no.
But Sama, are you a comedian or a musician? Which one is it actually?
Kichwa
Why do you say that?
Can drive, I can coach.
With
everything. Yeah.
And then, Lebu Piri. Lebu, South Africans will see you. They know you from a Bafana jersey, but your story is going to be amazing. You're playing in France against some of the top players in the world.
Yes.
That must be good, right?
No, it's great.
Brushing shoulders, Nabo Neymar.
It's a pleasure.
True story.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to talk. Hey, you know, he's like actually on the field with Neymar. Let's get to the news stories, though. And let's see what we've got that's the most interesting for you. The big news story today has to be what happened as far as the World Cup in 2026 is concerned, because the announcement was made. The United States, Mexico, and Canada have won the right to host the World Cup in 2026, defeating Morocco. Morocco, well, just didn't get enough votes. The North American bid got 134 votes. Of the 203 votes, Morocco only got 65 of the votes. So that's what happened. It was over for Morocco. 5 times Morocco have tried to host a World Cup, and 5 times they haven't got it. So maybe they just need to give them a medal for trying. I don't know. Attempt. Will they go for 6? But the reasons really were around the fact that Morocco had to build a World Cup. They didn't have the stadiums, they didn't have the roads, they didn't have the hotels. They said they would be ready, whereas the US, Mexico, as well as Canada, everything's there already, and FIFA just said, no risk, we're going there. It's nice and simple. Let's move on to the opening game tomorrow, because when we look at that opening game, this is what you will be seeing in terms of the ball ladies, because they've got 14 young girls. They were specifically chosen by the national team. They come from a very small town of Agres. I think I said that right. They're the age of 13 to 16. It's a city just outside Kazan. And they have been chosen to be the ball girls at the opening game. They're actually a football team, but now they've had to do some extra practice to make sure that they can get those balls back. There's rules. You've got to roll it to the players. You can't clean it. You can't do a lot of things. It's just, but they're loving it. It's going to be a great opportunity for them to be right there, pitch side, with the absolute best in the world at the opening game of the FIFA World Cup. You can see they're giggling and enjoying themselves already. It's going to be great. And look out for them tomorrow. And then we wrap things up here with the story around the Comrades Marathon, because we had him on the show last week, Xolani Luvuno, and his bravery and the ability to go 15 hours out on the road, started alone at midnight and eventually getting to the Moses Mabhida Stadium. And this must be a story as well. You've won Comrades this year, but this was one of the other big stories of the event.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's incredible.
Yeah?
It's a huge achievement. To be out there on the road for 15 hours, I don't know how he managed to keep going for so long. It's truly inspirational.
And the other story that came out today around Xolani is that, you know, there was some misinformation about whether Comrades would be giving him an official winner's medal or medal for completing the race. They've said that they aren't. They confirmed that again today, that there's no medal for Xolani, but they would come up with something to honor how amazing this run was, because there was a whole campaign about hashtag give Xolani a medal. It looked like, according to those who had arranged the campaign, the Comrades Marathon officials had said they would give him a medal, but today they confirmed no medal, simply because he ran longer and wasn't part of the rest of the runners, because he started early, but they will do something special. That's the agreement, that's what they're saying. Joining me on the set, Sphiwe Mkhonza as well as Mandla Qoqi. Both of them are here for Shield Sibonisidiski. Gentlemen, how are you?
Thomas,
are we good? Good. Let's start with Dr. Mnandi in the far corner there. Shield Sibonisidiski. How far are you in the campaign? How close are we to getting those players selected to go to Chelsea to join Orlando Pirates?
Thank you, Tom London. I think this year is our second edition, and we've seen a growth in this campaign. For me, this year we had about six tripa, couple of players that we had to see and to have a look at them. All important for us is to aid them with the life skills of his technical training with leadership skills. Because one thing that we spoke about as Shield is for them to perform under pressure. I mean, to have ability to have confidence in themselves to perform under pressure. So I think this year we've done all the 5 provinces, and now we're just waiting for the camp come August.
So you're choosing the players, you've done the 5 provinces. It's now what happens in camp?
In a camp where we have 25 players that we've selected from all the provinces.
Have you selected them already?
It's Jimile.
They already know who they are.
No,
there's 25 guys out there who just cannot wait to come to camp to potentially get a chance to go to Chelsea and also then get a 1-year
contract with MDC.
With Orlando Pirates' MDC team. 25 of them.
And lalela angithi wohlala ungikhalela la ngizokubonisa idiski manje. The campaign yethu says isibonisa idiski, so uzobona idiski ke.
Okay.
Ushukela.
So, let's talk to Mandla, because Coach Mandla, you Orlando Pirates' under-19 coach. I was with you in Brazil. We saw some of those young players doing the business there. But what advice can you give those 25 youngsters? What are you looking for? What do they need to bring to those trials?
Okay, thanks for the opportunity, Thomas. First, I will say it's very important for these players. They've been selected from their regions. What made them to be selected, it's because of the potential they showed. So I just want to tell them that coming to the national, they need to be themselves, not to change. Don't imitate somebody else. Be yourself and make sure that whatever brought you to Johannesburg, to the nationals, you must double it to the next level.
And then one of them gets a contract to be with Orlando Pirates for 1 solid year as an MDC player. What will they get? What can they expect? That one guy, when he gets to Orlando Pirates, what is that going to be like for him?
First, he needs to understand that coming to the club like Orlando Pirates, it's coming to join an institution that's got a great history in the South African football. Again, it's very important to understand that coming to Orlando Pirates, it comes with great responsibility to wear the club's colors. And then he needs to always make sure that coming to join the family of Orlando Pirates, which is a champion club, they always have to carry themselves in the manner which people will associate them with the good standard of the club.
Dr. Mnandi,
Yeah.
last question.
Yeah.
Let's remind South Africans again. Shield, Sibonisi Diski, what's it about again?
Shield is about unearthing talent like us, and down there go grassroots. And obviously, in order for good to Mnandi and all that, you get an opportunity to go and train at Chelsea. Hence, you've already highlighted. You get an opportunity to come back. If Mnandi went Mpela, 21-year contract in MDC Pirates. But Lalela, Umandla, we beg it's forbid. We question that we've been asking these boys in the camp. What's important is understanding what is a Paris player. Selfless, serve something above yourself.
Shield, Sibonisi Diski, what a great campaign. And to those 25 youngsters, all the best. The prize is going to change your life. Now, let me bring him out. South Africa's one and only sports comedian. He's been doing it for 5 years, right here on SABC 1, right here on Sport at 10. He is undefeated with the uppercuts and the jabs of humor aimed at everybody and anybody. He is none other than the undefeated heavyweight of humor, the Shampoo Niza. Shampoo Nino.
You know why I'm dancing like this? I'm just showing everyone who's back from the Comrades Marathon. Nare Navarasayan reflex. When yar babiang batuba. With Batabali injured so much. Lokoka Surega Unyaga Kota ya grandpa. Where's the Copa Kota ya grandpa? We tell a grandpa. Or a Panadonia Nakamula. Yeah. Comrades. And I didn't have done it before. I think over the past 2-3 years, I finished the Comrades Marathon.
Oh, really?
Let's say from beginning to end. Level level, so get sharp now. Shield, Le Grand, everything except what Shield does. Advertise Shield TV. Shield. Simple, Joe. Stop using big English. Stop what. No, say straight to the face. Shield. Just make it quick, Dr. Mnandi and everything. We are here, Papa. We have a why is there much of a comedy spade? Yeah, we shop a spade. Yeah, I spoke about a cultural grouping last week. I'm in trouble. I can all I can tell you, very people, I'm happy you guys don't have a share on the national anthem. Because Murena Buluka got paid in it over snacks. So, you know, we have a very, but in short, hello, sure, okay, name. Hi, how are you? Yes, I know you speak English, but you are sitting next to English. There is English in between everyone right now, and I would like to greet him in his own language. Coach Steve, you see when Makeo is fermenting, and you don't want to drink it, but Makeo is looking at you and he says, you know, the animals in this world are surrounded by the grass. But the grass itself, he says, I like the national anthem of South Africa. In short, how are you, say? Are you well, Coach?
I'm okay, thank you.
In peripheral. Thank you, Coach. What if Nonal Steve Kompela was Tuana? Nahano Yakobo Tuana, Steve Kompela, what day? Abetaman Nagadip Kadia, Nelly Linging, but Mutsa question a simple error. Let's halungile yambolo. Wa bona korokoro ha ke je ke bapalela tsetse. Sile. Motsamaisi wa sebaka ga se motsamaisi wa dilo tse tang. Musu o ile mummu lora morereng. Re tshamekile re ralukile go yalo. But you know we haven't qualified for the World Cup as Bafana, and now I know why Resai. Guys, have you seen the president of Russia? Did you see him on Soccer Zoom after speech? Guys, the first time I see someone welcoming people, what's not smile? Smile. We would like to welcome you here and make sure that you have a joyful day. Have joy, smile, and enjoy, and make sure. I'm like, this thing in reminder kabanyana bakokasi, baba sa utluaneng, but they have to talk to each other. You know, the facial expression lento ba bolela ngadita mesa. Wait upilanyana byang wen. Wait mmele ha o sharp. Wait upila my body how yona is sharp mara. I know that thing. Pirates. Shout out to you, Pirates Bagania. You bought 9 players. 9 players. It means the bench is also looking at others like, who's? Bench, Baba. They bought 9 players. That's a new team, Baba. Sundowns bought Andile Jali. SABC, we bought Robert Marao. Jorarega. Regular Robert Marao, Papa. White people, if you don't know who he is, it's the only TV presenter who still has Eskel and Kat. Arizor Okraga step 1, Marao. mara una le sona. So if I was talking manga tandilo zela ke Robert Marawa, guys. I was about to tell you other things, but
He'll be here for the rest of the show, unfortunately. That's the Shampunizer. Look forward to him. Morocco lost the African bid of hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup. They lost to North America. What do you think? You know, Philip could have come back to Africa. We could have had Philip again here in Africa. But they said no. What are your views? How are you feeling about the fact that now we need to get visas and, it's not easy to get into the USA. They want birth certificate, house number, bank details, everything before you get into North America. So, hey, it's going to be tough. Anyway, what are your views? At Sport at 10 TV on Twitter as well as on Facebook, or catch us on YouTube because the show is streaming there live, or you can speak to me personally at Thomas Mlambo. So, we're going to a quick break. After the break, Comrades Marathon. We've got the women's winner of the Comrades Marathon. There she is. And next to her is her supportive husband who also runs the Comrades. No, but it's a great story. They're both runners. It's going to be good. Stay with us until after this.
Heartburn and indigestion can be tricky. If you suffer from stress or lie down after eating, they could always be around the corner. When they come, be prepared with Gaviscon Double Action. It soothes within 3 minutes and lasts up to 2 times longer than antacids. Gaviscon Double Action. Many causes, one solution.
Black is rocking twang while bumping boom. It's the best of 2 worlds. Local and international content for a day, a weekend, a week, or a month for only 39 Rand. So pay what you want, for what you want, however long you want. Black, the future of entertainment. For all.
Hands up for your color.
Drink a Coke and stand a chance to win one of 20,000 t-shirts, plus your share of 8 million Rand in airtime.
Show your true colors. We've come a long way together. Through the hard times and the good. You're so great, so fun. I'm so good, you're mine. I'm the bride.
Come on, try it.
I'm the bride. I'm the bride.
All the ingredients you need for a happy home are right here. Like Sunlight 2-in-1 hand washing powder for only $39.99 and Sunlight dishwashing liquid for just $21.99. Happiness is home cooked.
And she finishes here in the first position for the women. Anne Ashworth, 6 hours, 10 minutes. That's quite a good time for her as well as she comes in here at the moment. And we'll see what her eventual winning time will be. It will be just over 6 hours and 10 minutes. In fact, 6 hours, 10 minutes and 3 seconds. That is an amazing time.
Oh, what a finish. What a tremendous run. Anne Ashworth doing the business in the Comrades Marathon. She's here with her husband, David. And Anne, when you look back at that, right? When you look at that moment, and I guess you've seen it a lot, but it's only just been since Sunday. What goes through your mind?
Yeah, it's really hard to believe that that's me running across the screen. It's just unbelievable. I really had absolutely no idea that that was possible. So, you know, I watch myself running and I think, yes, I look good, hey? Wow. But at that moment when I was running, I was dying. I thought, oh my word, I can't get to the finish line soon enough.
You look so fresh.
Oh, it must be these acting classes we take in advocacy training.
Oh, is that what's helping? David, where did Anne get the bug? Did she get it from you?
No, we actually met at a running club. So she was well into her running when we met. So she definitely didn't get it from me.
But you've done more Comrades than Anne.
I have. I've completed my 9th Comrades this year.
So now that you have a wife who is a winner, you need to up your game, eh?
Yes, and I've got a whole list. I should have brought it tonight to tell you exactly all the excuses I've got why she ran past me.
Okay.
I can list them.
So she actually overtook you on the road?
Yeah, it was in, where was it?
Top of
Cliff.
Fields.
Yeah, top of Fields.
Did you actually see each other?
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
a
we had a
chat.
little chat.
Oh, no, that's so... What really, David?
Yes, yeah.
So you're out there pushing hard and then...
That wasn't like that.
Bye, honey. I'll see you at the finish.
See you at the finish.
What was it like? What's it like when you see your husband and you're like, you know, I can't wait for this guy. He's too slow.
Well, at Two Oceans, he went ahead of me. And I thought that was quite ambitious, actually. And while I was running up Constantia, I thought, I wonder when I'm going to pass David. And then I never did. And so when David left me at Comrades, I thought, well, you know, he'll see me at the finish line like he did at Two Oceans. And then when I saw him on the road, I was like, is that David? Ooh.
I love that. That's what you both do. Like, I mean, running is your lives. And David, what do you feel about your wife's accomplishment?
Well, I'm extremely, extremely proud of her. Just over the moon. Yeah, I mean, it's been years in the making. I mean, people think that she's this little known runner and she just came onto the scene. It's not like that at all. So she put so much work into it. She's been training full time for the last few months to get this right, and one of us had to work. That's one of the excuses. And I'm just glad it all paid off. So I'm just so super, super proud of her.
So I'm sure you also had to do a lot of husband duties, because we don't, husbands don't get like the credit that they deserve. Because last year, Anne had probably the worst thing that can happen in a Comrades Marathon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you needed to build her up. Take us through that.
Well, it was devastating last year. I was standing at my seconding point, ready for her, because I was actually off for 12 months last year with a serious injury. And my duty was then to help her out and to second her along the way. And I got this frantic phone call just after the start of the race. And it was Anne in tears saying that she can't run. And she'd pulled out in the first kilometre of the race.
1K out of 89 kilometres.
That's right, yeah.
And last year.
Yeah, it was terrible. So it was a very tough period for us both, because we put so much into it. And she was tipped as a top 10 finisher last year. And, pulled out in the first case. It was quite devastating.
That had to hurt, Dan. All that training, all year's preparation, 1 kilometre into the race, it all falls apart last year. Then this year, the response.
Yeah, I mean, there couldn't have been a better balm to soothe last year's sting, I have to say. It was really hard to get back into training and to put all that effort back into it again and think, gosh, I really hope it pays off this time. And I'm just so grateful that it did.
But what do you credit, as much as you, and David tells us you're an experienced runner, you've been doing it, there's quite a big jump though, because you've done 6 Comrades, 2 silver medals was the best that did happen before. To go from that to gold and the winning gold medal is quite a big jump. What happened? What fell into place?
Well, after my second silver, which I did on quite quite little training. I thought, well, you know, I must have some talent that can be developed. So who am I going to ask to help me develop this talent? And so I approached John Hamlet. And he initially was like, no, I don't coach girls. Sorry, you're on your own. But somehow managed to convince him to take a chance on me. And we've been working together now for 2 years. And he has fundamentally changed my running. I mean, if you told me that I was going to run 3,500 Ks in the 6 months before Comrades 3 years ago, I would have laughed at you. But John has got that out of me 2 years in a row, and it just works. His training works.
Is that what it takes? 3,500 kilometers worth of running in 6 months?
Look, it's different strokes for different folks. So I know some of the other ladies don't do as much mileage. But I train like a man. I train with the Nsika men's team. And they do high mileage, high intensity, and that works for me.
Did you have a sense, David, that this year would be your year?
I thought last year she was definitely in great shape. Then it came to this year, her training, she did have a few setbacks along the way. And I thought she was good for a top 5 this year. And then we were thinking maybe even a top 3, but we didn't actually know that she would come in 5 minutes before the second lady. Yeah.
So, and that's quite a hiding, eh? I mean, 5 minutes ahead is cruising. Took the lead at 41 Ks, never looked back.
Well, there was that little tussle in Pinetown, which was with Morozova. And that was, you know, you could have, I think it's quite easy to say, well, you know, second place is amazing, I'll take second. But I had my coach's voice in the back of my mind telling me, like, no, you better fight this. And just tried to push through it, and luckily was able to put in a bit of a gap.
What next? Is it over now? You've won Comrades, you've won the marathon, you've done the most that you can do in your sport. Do we hang up the running shoes?
No, I think I've probably got 3 or 4 years of running left. So I'm hoping to run a fast marathon later this year. I want to do a PB, and I'll be lining up for Comrades and 2 Oceans again next year. Just have to see what happens.
And then some coaching. The coaching, yeah.
Yeah, David's joined John Hamlet's coaching group as well, so let's see what happens.
No, but, jokes aside, just so that we make it clear to South Africans that you're not just a runner. What did you finish Comrades this year?
I did 6 hours 24 to I think 60th overall.
60th. So so I mean, no shame. 60th position out of 22,000 runners. We take off our hat to you, David, and obviously to Anne for winning it and keeping it here in South Africa. South African winners, what we're the most proud of, and congratulations on that achievement.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having us.
It's been great having you, and South Africans getting a chance to see this couple that just does so much on the road, and, you know, just they eat, breathe, love this race called the Comrades Marathon, and you saw it live on SABC Sport. After the break, we keep it moving, because after the break, we will be having that conversation that will take us into the World Cup, and we've also got Lebu Phiri, and at the end of the show, as far as the quiz is concerned, we've got Mashabela. So it's going to be good. Stay with At Sport at 10. These are the men that are coming up next.
When a man starts his day with new Nivea Men Cool Kick Body Lotion or Cream, he gets instant cooling and
48-hour moisture and protection.
So, when she tells you to carry a handbag in public,
What you gonna do?
play it cool. When you go for a scan, is it a boy? Is it a girl? It's both.
Twins, what you gonna do?
Play it cool with Nivea Men Cool Kick Body Lotion or Cream. Official sponsor of Real Madrid. Nivea Men. It starts with you.
What up, man? So, boy, we are drinking from the same bottle. Cheers, Donayam. miss you, Ndwana.
The Golden Savings Celebration is back at Checkers and bigger than ever. Save with this week's golden deals, like Kellogg's Cornflakes for just $39.99, Jacob's Coffee for only $79.99, and 2 Nivea Aerosols just $39.99. And there's R1 million cash up for grabs if you buy any participating products in our Predict and Win competition. The Golden Savings Celebration is now on, only at Checkers. Plus, visit Liquor Shop for 10-year-old KWV brandy, only $199.99.
Get the Premium Help Plan from Clientele. It's not a medical aid. It's non-medical expense cover as a result of hospitalization. Our Premium Help Plan pays up to R1 million per year and can pay up to 3,000 Rand per day. It includes cover for accidental death, accidental disability and dread disease, plus a maternity benefit. SMS HELP to 48523 and we'll call you back.
Buy smart. Buy new Fatties and Monies instant noodles. When the winning team appears unexpectedly, give them more to celebrate. New Fatties and Monies instant noodles. No ordinary noodles. They're Fatties and Monies quality, firm and golden. Stir in your favorite flavor and chopped vegetable bits and cook for 2 minutes. It's never been easier to please everyone. Bravo, Mama. New Fatties and Monies instant noodles. Now available in a value pack. If they're on our list, make sure they're on yours.
The FIFA World Cup starts tomorrow, and what we want you to be able to do is stand a chance to win 5,000 Rand daily during the FIFA World Cup with Coca-Cola using Coca-Cola's Score packaging. Tweet a picture of your prediction for each of the FIFA World Cup games broadcast on the SABC using hashtag Coke Score Challenge at Coca-Cola_ZA to stand a chance to win. It's as simple as that. Now, let me introduce you to the guest in the studio, Lebogang Phiri. It's a name that I know a lot of football fans will be like, yeah, we know it, but we don't know it like we want to know it. This is that opportunity because he's put on a Bafana jersey. He's from this country, but he's playing his football in the 5th best league in the world, number 5 best league in the world. He's in France. Lebo, welcome to Sport at 10. How are you?
Ross, thanks for having me.
I see, before we go far, you've got something there.
Yeah, no, this is
That's your jersey, right?
Yeah,
that's the club. How do you pronounce your club? Because I can't even begin to get the name of that club pronunciation right.
I mean, as South Africans, I don't think we can, but I can try. We call it Gango.
But it's spelled Green
Yeah, we all say that, but it's pronounced Gango.
Gango.
Yes,
No, bring the jersey. No. I want to see closely. Why are you hiding it? Because the thing that's the key for me, as much as, you know, it's a beautiful jersey, this is Gango, this is in France, and the back has Phiri on the back of it. It's nice. I like it. But the thing that I care about the most is this thing on the arm here, because that is the key. I don't know if I can show it to the camera there. Ligue 1, top division in France. That's where Neymar is playing. Cavani, Mbappe. You're that guy who's on the field with those names. What? How does that feel?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe the feeling. It's phenomenal because Neymar's first game actually was against Gango. We lost at home, and I came on the last 20 minutes. And for me, I felt like this is a dream come true that I never had. I never had this dream before, but it just came true.
And he scored in that game while you were on the field.
While I was on the pitch, and I argued that before, but
do something.
Yeah.
He's a
different breed. He's
a
different breed, yeah. He's from another world, and of course you watch Messi and Ronaldo, and when you get to play against Neymar, you understand why they're at that level.
Where is home?
Home, I grew up in Alex. Alexander.
Yeah? But you never played soccer here? Like, we never saw you in the PSL?
No, I started at Wits, And luckily enough, at the age of 16, I got offered a contract in Denmark from a team called Brøndby. And yeah, I actually went and got called back because I was too young to get a permit. At the age of 18, I got the chance to play in the first team in Brøndby, scored the winning goal to keep the team from getting relegated.
Your debut, right?
Not my debut.
Okay, but your first opportunity.
My first 5 games at the end of the season.
Come on the field. Brøndby are in the relegation zone in Danish football.
Yes.
Last game of the season, you score.
I score the goal.
Saves the team.
We get saved, and we stay in the Superliga, and from there, it's a legacy.
Do you have a statue as well, like Zuma?
No, I didn't get that far.
Zuma has a statue outside. Same country, Copenhagen, they've got a statue. Where's your statue?
No, I didn't get that far, unfortunately. I guess I'm too short to get a statue, so...
But, you know, you had a great time there. I mean, you had some really good 4 seasons, over 150 games playing for Brøndby. But there were also some issues, right? They didn't let you go to the Olympic Games. Yeah. And I know you were angry.
That was a bummer. I mean, you know, every footballer wants to represent their country at the highest level, and I think, for me, that's the highest level. Olympics, every sporting thing is there, and you want to be there. Neymar played the Olympics, and I'm like, I'm Lebogang Phiri, and I'm not getting let go to the Olympics.
The club said you're too important. They said you're too important to go. We've got 5 games we need to play. You can't go. There's a Europa League game.
Yeah, we are Europa.
And if he's busy Copacabana at beach, no.
Yeah.
And that upset you, eh?
It was very difficult for me, and felt like I also let down the team as well, because prior to the Olympics, I was with the preparations, and I was happy within the squad. And Coach Owen told me that I was there with the team. So when that came, it was difficult to take, and I mean, I bottled it up as a man, and I soldiered on.
So then, did that play any influence in leaving Brøndby? And going to France?
That was one of the influences. There was a lot of factors that left Brøndby by, but...
Because you weren't happy about how it ended, right?
Yeah.
What was wrong with, or how could it have gone better? What happened when it was your time to move on?
I feel like I served Brøndby really well. Throughout the 4 seasons, I was one of the most consistent players, as young as I was. I got the chance to play when I was 18, but I still played amongst great names, Daniel Agger, Thomas Kellenberg, Johan Elmander, Rudolf Austin. But I showed my skills, my abilities, and I don't think they honored that enough. And, you know, as a player, you always want more, and I've always wanted to get better, and I thought, it's my time to leave now, end of my contract. I signed 4 years for a reason, and it was time for me to leave.
4 years at Ganco now, you're in France. Just to show off to South Africans, this club, Ganco, which players have worn this jersey in the past?
Well, the great Didier Drogba has. Florent Malouda as well. Currently, I'm playing with Jimmy Briand. He was well known as one of the prospects in France, and he's played in Lyon, he's played in Hanover in Germany as well.
Koscielny also was there.
Exactly.
So this is a club that has a proud history of some really, really great footballers.
Yeah.
The pressure's on, though, young man.
Pressure is something that you make of it. You know, I feel as a South African, at the moment we have 4 players that are playing in France, and we're doing what we can to you know, help South Africa get to a certain level, and so is Gamu doing that in England. And in terms of pressure, I mean, I've played abroad throughout my whole career, so I don't get that pressure as a sense of I might go back to South Africa or I might not make it, because that's where I started.
Last question, because I could speak to you all night, but I've run out of time. But the last question is, you are part of that Vision 2022. Your age is right, where you're playing your football is right. Is your mind right to take South Africa or be part of taking South Africa to the World Cup in 2022?
I've been ready. My mind is screwed on right. I mean, I've been to the national team a few times, and I've seen the national setup. I've been with older players, better players, experienced players, and I enjoyed it. I loved it. It's like a drug. You get addicted to it. You want more. And, of course, when you don't get called up, you get disappointed. But you know that there's hundreds and thousands of other players that are doing exceptionally well at that time. So my time will come. And when it comes, I'll be waiting for it. I'm ready.
I can't wait to see you grow and grow and grow and use the experience that you're getting in France to better the South African national team. Lebogang Phiri, thanks for being with us on Sport at 10. When do you head back to France?
Hopefully next week, because I need to go to Denmark as well and finish some business there.
Oh, that's my jet set.
Not even.
France, Denmark.
That's my second home. That's my second home.
I'll phone Neymar and just check how it's going in Russia, and then I'll try my preseason. That's him. That's the man. Thank you for being with us on Sport at 10, and all the best. Keep flying the flag high for us in France. You're making South Africa proud.
Thank you very much, Thomas.
There it is, Lebogang Phiri. Up next, Steve Komphela. We want his insights. Kuzoba Lit. He's part of the analyst team for the FIFA World Cup. Steve, which team's going to win it? Who's going all the way?
Germany.
I think he said Mexico. I think that was Mexico. Yeah, we'll talk after this.
Okay.
What's up, Hunters fans? It's Black Coffee. Are you ready to start refreshed?
Buy any Hunters and stand to win a trip to see Black Coffee live in Ibiza. Follow Hunters Cider.
Refreshes like nothing on earth.
Not for persons under 18.
We've come a long, long way together.
And you drive safely.
Will do.
Through the hard times and I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you. I have to praise you like I should.
The essence of man.
It's hard to define. It's in the way he laughs.
Or smiles.
The way he seeks adventure on his own terms.
The way he kisses. Root.
And when he holds you close,
it's in the way he smells. Root. The essence of man.
Some things you can never get back, like your youth or your first kiss. Thanks to Cash Crusaders, there are lots of things you can get back, like this phone, tablet, or your laptop. Simply visit cashcrusaders.co.za, click I want to pawn, and select how much you want to borrow. Choose the item you want to use as security against the loan. Simply go to your store and collect your cash while your goods are kept safe for 30 days. Visit cashcrusaders.co.za for your fast, safe, secure loan today.
We are brothers, mothers. We are big deals and startups. We are readers and runners. Believers, healers, lovers, and fighters. But right now, we are just South Africans.
Absolutely brilliant! South Africa have taken the lead.
Welcome back. Now, what you need to do is stand the chance to win 5,000 Rand daily during the FIFA World Cup with Coca-Cola. Using Coca-Cola's score packaging, tweet a picture of your prediction for each of the FIFA World Cup games broadcast on the SABC using hashtag CokeScoreChallenge at Coca-Cola_ZA to stand a chance to win. Tomorrow it starts. Start getting those predictions in. Start getting that into that competition because 5,000 Rand could be yours. Steve Komphela, you are part of Kuzoba Lit. FIFA World Cup 2018 on SABC Sport. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good to be here. A great honor, great pleasure. And with you, obviously, there's probably a lot that can come out of me. Because I think I'm likely to be as good as your best.
We'll be on the set together, I'm sure, along the World Cup. We'll talk. We had a chance to speak on the Ultimate Sports Show as well, on the radio, when you just left Kaizer Chiefs. How are you doing? Because at that time, it had just happened.
Yeah. We used to it, Tommy, and you don't have to get emotional about it. You know, the only time you're very comfortable with your struggle is when you know where you are in the struggle. If you don't know, that's when you get frustrated. If you're at war or you're in the tunnel and you suffocate, you understand that I gotta suffocate because there's little air in here, I'm in the tunnel. But for those who don't understand the sacrifice of being in the tunnel, that there's gonna be less oxygen, when they feel the pressure, they start to get frustrated. No. We know where we are, we know where we're going. And when you know where you are and where you're going, doesn't matter the amount of pressure because you know the distance and the pressure that comes along.
Are you disappointed that you weren't able to execute, I'm sure, what was your vision at Kaizer Chiefs?
I'm disappointed that we were so close to winning trophies, yet we didn't. And the rest of the other stuff, which one cannot point at, it is stuff that is not seen. I'm happy. And I'm sure, apart from winning trophies, when you walk and look back at what you did, you're saying, I think I did justice. And the most important thing, again, Tommy, is the people you work with have to understand you beyond what others see. The human element is key. Honor, integrity, respect, remaining professional, irrespective circumstances, is one of the key elements and characteristics of growing.
Did the fans respect you at the end? I mean, the way that it ended?
I think they did. I wouldn't want to judge everybody based on one or two elements. It is life. And listen, if you're black, they say, mnyama. If you're white, but you're marobone lubomvu. You're short, but you look at the dwarf. You're tall, but you look at the giraffe. So you can't please everybody. So whichever way it is, you just have to accept the fact that you're going to face music. And as you face music, you don't have to lose sight of the bigger picture where there's appreciation. Today we're at some coaching course, and we're looking at how Free State Stars scored the goal. Now, the ball bounces and bounces and bounces. Now, instead of looking at the mistake that he could not clear, when you think more positively, saying, if I had had a defender there, he would have panicked and cleared the ball, as compared to a man with confidence who wanted to keep possession, and things did not work well. Depends on perspective, where you're standing. Others would be looking at the storm and want to run, but Eagles would use the storm to relax.
Steve, I'll never forget what you said on the radio that day, in my time on the radio, when you said, how do you teach strength to be strong?
Yeah. That's how it is. And how do you ask strength, how are you? Strength is strong.
And that's what you are. You're strong. But I need strong predictions, because we can get stuck on Chiefs and forever. Yeah. And I need us to go to the World Cup, because I lit.
Very.
So let me throw stuff. You tell me what you think. Top four. Who's going to get to the semi-finals?
The World Cup is very easy to predict. It's just a whole lot of commotion. Everybody will run and sweat and all that. There's only one or two teams who are going to win it. Contenders, there are people who are going to win this World Cup. Up until now, there's only 8 teams that have won the World Cup.
Correct.
So it's easy to predict.
So it's Pumagule 8.
Surprise package. Okay, Euro, AFCON, yes. Greece can come, hit a smash and grab, or Portugal, but World Cup. Now, World Cup, expect Brazil, expect Germany, and then you'd get into about France, you'd get into about Belgium, you'd get into
Belgium.
No, but
two of the most unpredictable, haven't given us anything teams since.
Their squads are strong, and again, with Netherlands is not there. Italy is not there.
Yeah.
And Italy has won the World Cup four times.
Spain. And already that's a problem for me, because tiki-taka and Diego Costa le phambili.
Okay, Spain is nenkinga, but it's a nice problem. But got to coach namuhla.
Did you call him to say, Coach, I know how you feel?
My man, I called him and I said, Muso, there's only 2 doors in coaching, entry and exit. If you've entered, the next logical step is exit.
But so close to the game starting on Friday, man.
But more on a serious note, Tommy, I think Hierro, he had been the technical director at Spain.
Lota te over, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now he's been part of this process, the system, the structure.
And he's a former player.
Exactly. Now, it's not going to be a shock. Nothing is going to change. He's just falling into the system. That is the beauty of building a team around a structure and a system. That whoever comes and goes, you look at Pep, you look at Tito, you look at Luis Enrique, they get to Barcelona, it's still moving. Now, clubs who create systems are more sustainable as clubs who are dependent on stars.
And he's Spain in a system.
He's Spain in a system.
So asiyeke lapho. Spain in a system.
So
your player of the tournament, Golden Boot.
Now, that is going to be informed by the amount of time spent by a particular team in the tournament. Teams that are going to go as far as semis and finals, those players have a benefit of exposure in terms of tally of goals.
So who are they?
Now, it should come from Brazil. Neymar would be.
For what? For which one? Goal scorer or
Golden Boot.
Neymar to be Golden Boot.
Neymar is back after scoring 2 goals in one of the friendlies match.
Yeah.
He even went to the bench and he hugged someone who looked like a fitness coach. That's how players appreciate and know the value of people they work with. He says, oh my goodness, I got injured, I got surgery, I got rehab, you got me fit, I'm playing, thank you.
Steve, I can't wait to work with you.
I'm
going to give you the final word as to what viewers can look forward from not only you, but the SABC.
It's war, an official war, where the whole world is up in arms, but no guns used. And that you can only experience at SABC.
There you go. We've got this action coming up for you. Steve Komphela, many other guests that are going to be giving you the analysis of the tournament. The opening ceremony tomorrow at 3:30 in the afternoon. Make sure you're with us on SABC 1. And then Russia, Saudi Arabia kick things off in Moscow. That game looks obvious on paper, but it's not going to be obvious on the field. So make sure you are with us for that encounter. Steve, thanks you for giving us a sample of what we can look forward to after the break. 2 comedians, Shampunizer, Mashabela, quiz. Kuzoba lit.
Heartburn and indigestion can be tricky. If you suffer from stress or lie down after eating, they could always be around the corner. When they come, be prepared with Gaviscon Double Action. It soothes within 3 minutes and lasts up to 2 times longer than antacids. Gaviscon Double Action. Many causes, one solution.
You fired! Unfair dismissal. Car accident. Court appearance. Let Clientele Legal tackle your legal problems. Whether it is a car accident, unfair dismissal, uncontested divorce, unfair blacklisting, or a wrongful arrest, we have tough professional lawyers standing by to assist you. SMS assist to 41445 and we'll call you back.
I hate finding a stain after I wash, especially these tough ones. I have to wash over again. What? It's just my clothes are spotless. How? Well, washing powder alone can't remove all stains.
Simply add 1 scoop of Vanish Power O2 powder to your usual detergent. Its Power Lift formula contains oxy-action to remove even tough stains.
Impossible. I can't believe that the stain is really gone. It's possible with Vanish.
Trust Pink. Forget stains.
I love to say TV found me. So having started with the SABC, I was able to find myself and be able to figure out what it is that I really, really enjoy. And it turns out that every single show that I've been on has been somehow aligned to my purpose and to what it is that I love doing. Because you pay your TV license, you make it possible for us to tell your story. Each and every time when they say it's a wrap, it means that I've done something fulfilling in my life.
Join Black Coffee at the X Party of the Year. The night of your life awaits. See in store for details. X, find your magic.
You can suffer from many different types of pain. Nurofen knows this, which is why it targets the source of your pain and works with your body to provide relief for up to 8 hours. Ask your pharmacist about Nurofen for targeted relief from pain for up to 8 hours.
Come go, lo muntso ka ona. Ke feel o gare ke le yellow bone. On my right.
Yes.
It's a remark. Mushozi. O change industry ya di color mine.
Papao, ke gopela le re botse gore thaba ye ga iwela dintlo tse go diragetseng.
Yo, what's taba tse di buima gudu a di tlhalose. Back to you, Mao.
Machabela's with us. And this is a man who has just been nominated for a SAMA, but he's known as a comedian. He's taking over. You're doing everything. Machabela, welcome to the show. How are you?
It's nice to be here.
So, now nominated for SAMA, like Music Award, now in May. Nomination for Ubina.
Yeah.
Umnati.
I get this musician, Balele.
Balele.
Yeah.
Balele kanjani?
Balatle side, that's where I come in.
Wakena.
Katsena. Yeah.
So you were at the nomination thing now, but they invite all the musicians, but these are the people we're nominating. Baba Bitsa, but this one, that one. When they called your name, I understand the whole room went just quiet.
I thought it was a joke, and I didn't even go to the nomination part. Yeah.
How I feel, no feel.
I was this close to win it. It's an extremely speech. What about? Just in case, Kawi.
What were you going to say? Best Kwaito album, Machabela. I'm going to give you the chance to use the speech that you didn't get a chance to use at the summons.
Yeah.
What would you have said?
I'm coming for everything.
Speaking of doing everything, though, Machabela, you are one of those comedians that people love to hear, but maybe they want to hear more of you. They want to know where they can catch you. You're up to something, right? You're doing something. There's something that you're busy with.
Yeah, no, I'm shooting a DVD, 28 July. It's called Sex After Marriage. It's a Scene. 28 July, go Carnival City.
And you need people, ne?
Yeah.
Really?
Ticket available, go CompuTicket.
Yeah.
And I got 31 August, go Sun Arena, come in late.
Yeah.
I'm doing 8,000 seater there.
8,000 people?
Yeah. Kopitori, 31 August. Then 28 July, Carnival City, 3,000 people.
Outside there'll be 200.
I know, come to support.
So,
Mapedia buy. Yeah.
Sport, did you play?
No, next thing come again. There is not this sport. No, not sport J2 go high school. No, soccer netball.
Language.
So how are you planning to win this?
Soccer is unnecessary stress.
How are you going to win the Sport at 10 Cup? How's that last sport?
No, it's unnecessary stress. Bafana Kaizer Chiefs.
Don't stress.
Hey, but I'll stress unnecessary.
Let's stress you, though.
Okay.
By asking you a couple of sporting questions. Machabela, the comedian. Can you recognize this man here? I think he was in District 9. You were in that movie, no?
Yeah, I was in District 9.
So you should know him then.
Okay. Tandai.
Tarawiwa, the beast.
The beast.
Also, I'm not taking rugby, must you know the beast.
I agree for affirmative action. Come on, Dagniana by 2-3 rugby.
And then this is?
Can you name this guy?
From cricket.
From cricket.
Yeah.
Temba Papa.
Temba
Mang.
I got my famous fan.
Just Temba.
Give me Temba. Give me Temba.
Temba
Bavuma. Yes.
On an accent, that guy was France.
Yes.
Ona
le lebohang ke tlo lebohang po stafuna
a ke rate ka lebohang
lebohang o dlala mfela ya ko France
bona di
mfela ke ligwane wena yar and then o ke mang
ke la go buritse yona
o boditse tsatsi le re tla go koloing
mo tennis o shapi
Tennis
o shapi a o mo tsebe
re bitse re nyaka lene
Re go
re
botsa
tla
ke-
ka di-tennis re
re go botse ke mmoditse ka re
Okay.
before re tla
ke Rafael
ke Rafael yes
yeah Rafael
mang
ke Rafael Nadal o etsa
Rafael
so ya ga di
ke bona ga re fela ke like no you know what I'm giving him
Yeah.
Mashabela is part of the lineup on my birthday comedy show
Yeah.
ka di 30 tsa June
Yeah, 'cause
it's him and
State
David
Theatre.
so
you and Mashabela.
Yes.
Tickets are available. Get
Yes.
them.
Ke a mo
It's going to be
bribe.
good.
ke e nngwe a shipa bao yeah ke birthday cake o e je sa le hona bjanong and yeah ke batho
e mara ke a bona since Claudia a tsamaile le na le budget last time ne le fa batho metse mo ka glass tap water ne ba fa tap
na
water
where that thing na ra tsona di keketse so re improve le ke yona that thing
We're
Thomas
going to leave it there. These are the words we leave you with every single week. If you're not watching Sport at 10,
what are you doing
Summer 24 weekend experience was lit. SABC1 and Mutweding FM represented like never before. The first stop was Muruleng Mall.